Well, hello civilians. Welcome back to our channel. And today we'll be talking about the 3 reasons why pessimism is good for you. So, let's begin. Be positive. Have a positive mindset. Now, these are some of the quotes that you might have heard all the time because we did when we were just starting out the civilian, and there is nothing wrong with it. But as we all know that excess of anything can be bad, and the same can be said about optimism. Now, I'm not saying that don't be an optimist at all, but life doesn't work that way, because if you are doing something ambitious like venturing on an entrepreneurship journey as an entrepreneur or hustling for a top spot in your company, then you're bound to run into some problems and dead ends, and at that time having a positive attitude only is not going to help you. So here comes the role of pessimism to save the day, as it can give you the tools to save yourself if you run into a nasty situation. Now here are the 3 ways that pessimism can help you. And the first one is that it gives you a worst case scenario. Now what I mean by this point is that when you're thinking negatively, you imagine all the worst cases possible. For example, imagine you have an interview for your dream job tomorrow and you are nervous as hell, like anyone would be. You think about all the possible scenarios that could happen tomorrow, and in those scenarios, I'm pretty sure there will be some bad ones too. Like, what if they don't like your dressing sense, or what if they ask you something that you have no clue about? And you could also think about what could happen in the worst case if you don't get that job. So, what do you know? Well, for starters, you know that the worst could happen, and to some extent, that puts your mind at ease, as it can't get any worse than that. If it does, then your luck really sucks. Now, the second point is that you can be better prepared. You can say that this point is an extension of the previous one, as when you know what is the worst case scenario for you, you can try your best to avoid the situation, and for that you prepare various measures. Now, let's take the previous example of a job interview. You thought about all the things that could go wrong, like if you're worried that your dressing sense can make a negative impact, then you will try to avoid the situation by researching some ideal outfits for interviews, whether on the internet or you will ask your friends about it. If you're worried about the questions they will ask, then you will prepare yourself by researching about the company itself and other related things to the company. Now, the third point is that you will be mentally prepared. When you already thought about the worst possible outcome, you will be much more composed and calm when it actually happens. Now, let's continue with our interview example. Let's say that you blundered some things during the interview, and now you are waiting for the results. But when you already know in your mind that the worst case scenario would be that you will not get the job, you make yourself mentally prepared in advance. So when the actual results arrive, you will be much more calm and composed while handling the rejection, as compared to someone who really believes that he or she will get selected despite doing the same blunders like you. In short, you have to face the reality. Now, concluding things up, many people believe that pessimism is a negative thing or a negative mindset. But like I said earlier, that anything in excess is considered bad. But in moderation, it can be a handy weapon which can save you from unexpected shocks of life and can also give your life a new perspective altogether. Have faith that you can always do your best, but always keep in mind that things may not go your way every time. And with that thing in mind, always be prepared for when the time comes. Believe me, your life would be much easier that way. Just like poison can be used as medicine when used in moderation, in the same way, pessimism can literally save your hide before it gets too late. Of course, when done in moderation. Well, that was it for today, civilians. If you liked our content, then please like, comment, share, and subscribe, because your likes motivate us to make more content just for you. And do follow us on Instagram, because our community of like-minded people is growing bigger day by day. So, thanks for being with us until the end, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.